Welcome back, YouTube. Episode 3 about to go down. This is the series where we take a boom trike, it's basically a Ruckus clone trike, and we convert it. We convert it to the closest thing to a Ruckus we can. All quality parts, fresh powder coat, fresh paint. Last week we released a rat that we found in the sink, which was kind of crazy. And what else did we do? We painted the wheels. We started installing the motor and rear suspension. This week, the fun continues right now. We gotta get this lowered seat frame going. Got to this point where I need to put this front end on. Yeah, I had to do a lot of custom stuff. So this is the front end, NCY front end, or triple trees with NCY forks. Well, the race didn't fit. Let me show you what I mean here. I had to have a spacer machine so that the race would fit. So now, this is just going to be like a mock-up. I could slide my front end in, put a bearing on top. So now the front end's on. I kind of have it mocked up. Here's our front wheel. Check this thing out. Go real slow so I don't hit the paint. That's our front wheel. Painted, just like the rear. But look at that profile. Looks pretty decent. So I'll just keep it like that for now. I'm going to start running everything. I kind of want to get the handlebars on and start running that. Here we are going to have show and tell time with Matt. First off, here's our harness. All done. Super nice. Wrapped and everything. That'll go in. Then, handlebars. Powder coat black handlebar. And control. Left hand control. There. Billet. Left. Right. Horn. High and low beam. The start switch. Oh, let me show you this first. Brembo. Master cylinders. Huh? Pretty sweet. Those are going to bars. And of course, we got LED blinkers that go through the end of the handlebars, just like the Grom clone I did. So that'll be sweet. And then, let me show you this. This will be, let me get up close here. So as you see, we got this Brembo brake, master cylinder. I removed this piece, install this piece, and that's our start button. Huh? That concludes show and tell time with Matt. All right, well this has got to get done this weekend. We're getting really close. This is the progress. Just need kind of like the wiring harness, the front end, and the controls. Got the bars on, but I don't think the steering's going to steer far enough, so I may end up grinding off some of these tabs so I can go a little further. We'll see. I'm going to ride it before I do that. So I'm going to start getting these controls on. Well, another little delay. Can't slide the bearing grip on this. There are these little bearings down in here. I can't slide that down because the powder coat's too thick. So I'm going to kind of mark that where I want to grind all that off. Let's do it. Let's check this out. Oh yeah, that's not going to work. That cable is totally frayed. Got to replace it. Dang it. Well, I got another cable and I wrapped it in this fancy little cable wrap to match the color. So I also have some heat shrink too, so like when I'm done I could just like slide it over and heat shrink it so it looks super pro. But I also power lube the cable with this little power luber. I hook it up and compressed lube goes down the cable, so that should help out. Off cam, I put these in, drilled some holes in the bars to run the lines through, or the wires. One thing I did forget to order is a steel braided line for this side, which sucks, but I just ordered it. I'm going to put this one on. I need to bleed the brakes. I do need to do that. I'll film a little of that. But this thing's getting real close. Real close. After the brake bleed yesterday, I called it. There's a lot of things that you guys don't see on cam that I like brake bleed that took me like an hour. I mean, I'm not going to film that. I think it'll be like a 2-second clip that I'll put in. All of this stuff takes so much time, just little things that aren't supposed to take this much time. Got the brakes done. Slides back real nice and stops really good. So that's a plus. Oh, I had to stop everything because I got my brakes in. Got the caliper, which I noticed right off the bat is the wrong caliper, or the wrong caliper adapter. You got the disc. So it's always stuff like this that we got to fight to see what's going on here. That's not going to work. So I got to get creative on that. Either that or order something else. Another thing that you didn't see that I did off cam is I cut this battery box bracket because the new fairings, which are up there, battery box fairings, will not fit over with this giant thing. So I have a solution here. Here is a Honda Ruckus battery box. and I'm going to cut it up. I'm either going to weld it on, I'd rather bolt it on. I'm going to put that little guy right on this part. It was raining like a son of a bitch earlier, and I went through a giant freaking puddle, and it knocked off my little floorboard, like little rocker panel. So that sucks. It's in the highway somewhere. I think it's rained every day for like the past like 20 years here, it feels like. So I'm gonna pull this wheel off, this front wheel, and get this disc brake mounted. Then I gotta figure out that caliper, figure out what the hell's going on there. So let's do it. For God's sakes, I am so irritated that these aren't the right brakes. I'm going to use this. In order to use that, I've got adapters everywhere. I'm going to have to use this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be not using those big brakes. So I'm going to start putting these on. This one on. This is a wave cut rotor from NCY, and it fits. Jesus, it's raining like a son of a gun. But here I got this figured out. This caliper's this disc brake is way too small. I need a 220 millimeter. This one right here is a 200 millimeter that doesn't fit anyways. So I'll order that. I've got this adapter plate. Then I've got my little caliper. That's the way it's going to work. And then I'll be back in business. I would have definitely preferred to run this big brake, 4-piston caliper, but gosh, it's just, this isn't really working the way I wanted to. I also ordered another adapter plate. That way I can adapt this 4-piston caliper, which would look much better. So, gotta wait. These custom projects, my lord.